Good morning, one and all. So, dear students, so last class we can be discuss about the kingdom Plantae. Under that we discuss about the Thalophyte, Bryophyte, Pteridophytes, Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. So next we can be discuss about the under kingdom Animalia. We have to the two groups again. So those are the backbone, that is we can be called as the vertebrates. Those do not have the any backbone, that is we can be called as the invertebrates. Or we can be other name, we can be called as the non-chordate and chordates. So first we can be discuss about in this session we can be discuss about the non-chordates. What are the characteristics of these non-chordates? So here Porifera, Coelenterata, Plantae Animalis, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusk, Echinodermata and Protochordata. So what are these characteristics? All these we can be discussed here. So first one is Porifera. So what is the meaning of Porifera? So Porifera means these are the pore-bearing animals, that is you can be called as the Porifera. So Animalia are further classified based on their extent and type of the body design, differentiated into form. So we have some animals should be terrestrial forms, some are the aquatic forms, so some are should be the swimming, so some are the crawling animals you can be seen. According to their body nature, we can be classified the different types of animals. So first one is Porifera. So under this one, these are all the pores bearing animals. Almost all are the ocean form or they are the seas. The organism belong to this group have pores. The animals of this group are non-motile and are attached to some rigid support. So these are the pore bearing animals. Hence the body should be on all our pores. Hence we can be called as the pore should be present. That is we can be called as the Porifera. These organisms belong to group have pores throughout their body. Hence the name should be called as the Porifera. So how should be the body system is there? So they have the canal system which circulate the water throughout the body of this organism, transport the food and oxygen. So the canal system which is helpful for the transportation of the food and oxygen. This organism covered with hard external layer is called skeleton. So generally they have the whitish color. So that is you can be called as the skeleton. You can be called that one. So some example of this group we can be called as the Cycon, Spongilla. So this is the Cycon, Spongilla and also Euplectella. So these are the some example of the Porifera animals. So next second one, Coelenterata. So Coelenterata means these are also forming freshwater or either they have to the ocean form. They belong to this group. The organism belong to this group or possess more body design differentiation. So compared to the Porifera animals, they have to the body should be differentiated into their body. They have to the cavity in their body. They also body should be have to the cavities we can be seen. The body of this organism are two layers. So that is it can be called as the ectoderm and endoderm. So it is also called as the, it can be seen in the mouth. So for example, this type it can be called as the polyp, mouth anus or tentacles. The second type of the layer comes from the inner lining of the body. One is they will be made up of the ectoderm and endoderm. So another second type layer will be composed of the inner lining of the body. So here this example should be Hydra, and the organism of this group are like colonies. They do not live in the solitary. So they will be live in the colonies like corals and have the solitary like a span. Example should be Hydra. The main example of the Coelenterata animals is Hydra, sea anemone. So these are the some jellyfish also belongs to this group. So related to that one, I have one question here. Corals belong to the group of Coelenterata. Is it protozoans, Porifera, Coelenterata? Last one is Mollusca. The correct answer is Coelenterata. Is it? Next one is Platyhelminthes. So the organism belong to this group of complexly designed. The body of this organism have a bilateral symmetrical shape. Bilateral symmetrical shape means we can be cut into two equal parts. Then we can record as the bilateral symmetrical shape. So this organism have a three layers. There will be different tissue due to animals are called diploblastic. Those are made up of the two layers. That is, we can record as the diploblastic. Here the layers should be made up of the three layers: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. This organism have a no true internal body cavity or cilium. So here you cannot be seen to the any true internal body cavity or cilium. The body of this organism is flat and dorsoventrally, which means from top to bottom, due to which of these animals are called flatworms. So because these organisms are the flattened, they will be dorsoventrally, which means from top to bottom, due to which these animals are flatworms. So what are the example of this one? So example should be planaria, liver fluke, or these are the some example. Observe this diagram, that is the planarians and also liver fluke. So next, nematoda. Nema means thread, toda means animals. That is, we can refer as the nematoda. So they are organisms belong to this group of bilateral symmetrical. They are cut into two equal parts. Again, they are made up of the three layers: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. That is, we can refer as the diploblastic animals. The body of this organism is a symmetrical shape. This organism have a tissue, but no real organs. They have the tissue, but they do not have no real organs. That is one of the symmetrical shape we can be seen. So for example, you can be seen in the ascaris. Ascaris is one of the example of this one. They have the body cavity or pseudocoelom in their body. Example of this is ascaris and vulturia is the some group of these animals. So next character is, so we have one question here. Animals having identical right and left side are known as radial symmetrical, bilateral symmetrical, lateral symmetrical, asymmetrical. The correct answer is bilateral, left and right. It can be cut into two parts. So next second question. Which phylum of animals are also called flatworms? Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Nematoda. So flatworms are Platyhelminthes. So another group we can be called as the Annelida. So these group are belong to the bilateral symmetrical and also diploblastic. The body is we can be cut into two equal parts. Again, they will be made up of the ectoderm and mesoderm, endoderm. This organism also true body design. They are the organs developed within the body structure. The differentiation occurs in the segmental fashions. So if you observe the diagram, we have some segments here, head to tail. So these segments line up the one after the other from head to tail regions. Here it can be called as the Annelida. So some example we can be give to the, they will be live in the fresh water or marine water. Sometimes they will be live in the land also. So for example, we can be tell about the leeches and also earthworm. They will be belong to in this group. So after Annelida, so that is the large number of the kingdom we can be tell about the one. That is the we can be called as the Arthropoda. This is the largest group of animals. The body of this organism belong to this group are bilateral symmetrical. They are also cut into two equal parts and also body should be segmented parts which can be seen. They have the open circulatory system because blood does not flow in the well-defined blood vessels. We have the closed circulatory system, but in insects we have the open circulatory system. The blood they do not have many well-designed blood vessels. The coelomic cavity of this organism are blood filled. They have jointed legs and hence is called arthropoda means jointed legs. Arthro means jointed, poda means legs. Else it can be called as the arthropoda means jointed legs. So for example, prawns, butterfly, houseflies, spiders, scorpions and crab, all these are belong to in this group. So related to that, they have one question here. What does arthropoda means? Arthropoda means jointed leg. Is it bonus legs, cartilaginous legs, largest legs, jointed legs? The correct answer is jointed legs. Is it? So next second question. Which of the following organisms show the presence of jointed legs? Almost arthropoda is the Tila, spider, Ascaris, leeches. The correct answer is spider. Is it? Spider is the insect group. So next one is mollusk. So mollusk, or we can be called as that is the freshwater mussels. So the organism belong to this group of bilateral symmetrical. The coelomic cavity is related to this organism. They do not have any coelomic cavity. They have to the little segment. We can be seen. They have an open circulatory system. We can be seen in the insects also. But like open circulatory system also can be seen in the mollusk also. So for example, freshwater mussels or unio. So these are some example of these mollusk animals. So they have the kidney-like arteries for the excretion here, foot of the air for movement. The locomotive structure we can be called as the foot. So that is help for the movement. They have the kidney-like organs for the excretion. Also, example of these animals are mussel, freshwater mussels, Pila, unio, freshwater mussels or unio. We can tell about another thing. We can be called as the snail also. Last one is echinodermata. So echino means the organism belong to this group of spiny skinned organism. Echino means spiny skinned organism. We can be called as the echino. So they are the free existing marine animals. They are also made up of the cryptoblastic because there will be 3 layers should be made up of that one. They have the coelomic cavity. This organism use the irregular water driven cylindrical system for the movement. They have odd calcium carbonate structure which is their skeleton. They have also coelomic cavity. These are also used for the irregular water driven cylindrical system for the movement. They have the odd calcium carbonate structure their skeleton also. So example means starfish and sea urchin. So these are some example of the echinodermata. So protochordata. Proto means they will be primitive. So protochordata generally marine animals. This organism belong to this group of bilateral symmetrical. They will be do not very depend upon the. You cannot be telling about the. They will be chordate. They are the triploblastic and also coelom. They have the rod-like support structure called notochordate. The cytal stages they are guys. So they are really not about the either they are the non-chordate or chordate. They are the intermediate stages of you can be seen here. The notochord is long rod-like support structure that runs along the back of the animal and separate the nervous tissue from the gut that gives the place for the muscle to attach to easy and comfortable to movement. So notochord means they have the like a backbone structure. So that should be helpful for the movement of the animals. So example we can be called as the Belanoglossus, Herminia and also Amphioxys. So these are the belongs to the group protochordates. So related to that one we have one question here. An example of phylum Echinodermata: prawn, starfish, octopus, apis. The correct answer is starfish.
classification deals with grouping the organisms which are called TAXA or taxons. Each taxa is given a name and they are arranged in a specific pattern in the flowchart of order or sequence. The organisms that closely resemble are placed in a taxon and further the taxa related are put together in a larger taxon. There are 7 such taxa. As we are already aware of scientific names used and how they are written, let's understand the hierarchical system of classifying the organisms. The levels of classification are kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. For any living organism, there are 2 most specific categories, that is, genus and species in binomial nomenclature. To remember the order, use kings play chess on fat guys' stomachs. The first letter of each word corresponds to the first letter of each level of organization, making it easy to remember. The 5 kingdoms proposed by Whittaker are kingdom, phylum or division, class, order, family, genus, species. Decrease in similarity, increase in number.